what plans do you have for the future? I'm curious. Is there going to be like a Wayseer convention, or are you kind of making this up as you go, or is there a grand design?
Well, isn't that the way? The way is like if you said to an artist, what are your plans for your next creation? You know, or what are you going to be? What kind of music are you going to be writing in 2 years? For an artist to presume that they know means that they've completely disconnected themselves from their muse, from the inspiration, from the way. So I don't presume to know much beyond what the sort of way guides me to do. So what I'm guided to do right now is to reach out to as many Wayseers as possible, to encourage others to reach out to other Wayseers to reach out to as many Wayseers as possible, and to really change the dialogue and the consciousness about what Wayseers are. I think some of the ways that will manifest is Wayseers want to meet up with each other. So physical meetups is something we're working on, and I'm trying to put together the technology to make that easy and accessible, non-invasive, but possible for Wayseers to find each other really easily. So that's one thing. I think Wayseers love a good party. I know I do. And I think one thing that would really help Wayseers is for us to start having sort of collective gatherings and celebrations where we're really tuning in to the greatest truth we have access to, tuning in to the most loving, light-filled consciousness we have available to us. And when Wayseers come together, because we're all so open, there's this potential for much more movement in terms of consciousness than if it was just a general cross-section of the population. So I do believe these gatherings are going to be miraculous, and I think there's really great power and transformation available to us through these gatherings. So those are sort of longer-term visions that I think will be manifested out of the shorter-term vision of, hey, let's reach out to you, let's do some videos, let's make some music, let's try to build this collaborative environment that's inside wayseers.org so Wayseers can work together. And I also think we've got a book on the way, and that book is designed to change again the dialogue and push into the greater consciousness this concept of Wayseers, and to present it in a way that stabilizers can also accept and understand, so that when your kid is being mistreated by a teacher, misunderstood by a teacher, you don't have to be the only advocate. You can actually, grab a copy of this book, give it to the teacher, be like, hey, right here is like a manual for my son or daughter. Like, thousands and thousands or millions of people have already, bought this book and agree with it. And as we start to create that agreement about the nature of Wayseers, I think Wayseers will be more well-nurtured, more respected, more honored for their gifts. And another thing, Wayseers love to be pranksters. I'm a prankster myself. I think one of the most fun things we could do is start coming together and collaborate on social pranks, sort of, coordinate social pranks on a global level that are really good-natured, good-spirited. Like, we don't want to hurt people, but we definitely want to shake people up, disturb the comfortable, comfort the disturbed. That's kind of the motto. It'd just be great to kind of come together and sort of toy with all the social programming that's out there and start seeing, doing things that reveal to people how much we're all sort of just, doing what we're programmed to do without, really considering what's going on. And I think there's a lot of opportunity there through social pranks to make that awareness in a fun way, like make people aware of that in a fun way. So those are kind of the ideas right now at present for the movement. And then finally, kind of reach a critical mass where we can afford to. Wayseers.org, I really see as becoming very powerful and sophisticated in terms of how we empower you to collaborate with other Wayseers. So right now it's a great meeting ground, and there's ways to collaborate with other Wayseers at the moment. But I think, there's a lot more organizing and sort of project management tools that we can bring into Wayseers.org to really facilitate Wayseers coming together, starting revolutions, starting companies, starting, social movements, doing that stuff, and using Wayseers.org as a way to actually work and coordinate with each other. Because then I think our power as a humanity increases, when there is a place for Wayseers to come together and sort of think of it as an incubator for Wayseers, where Wayseers are given the love that they need to get their great ideas off the ground.